Hi everyone, Martin here from martinsmayhem.blogspot.com. I hope you are well. So today's card is this super simple, super adorable little card with just this little bit of splatter detail using craft ink. Super cute and super easy, as I'm going to show you. It's using the Vibrant Vases stamp set, and we're just going to be grabbing this little spray of flowers, as well as this sentiment here: celebrate every tiny victory. Super pretty. So of course you could swap out for any of these other ones, however I just thought this one worked well. So let's move the stamp set out of the way and move the card to the corner. So I have just got a C6 size card, and that's in crumb cake. Okay, and I'm going to be stamping directly onto the card base. So what I have already done is I've already pre-embossed onto some basic black back sentiment, and the reason for that is you all know, you've all seen me heat emboss before, and you're going to see me heat emboss again. So this just saves time and saves boring you with lots of heat embossing. So as you can see, I had a longer strip that I just cut down at slight angles, which I can't now hold, like so. And I'm going to place this down onto my card where I want it to sit. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my pencil. This pencil is a Magic Mayhem pencil, and that's my team name. So if you did want to sign up to be a demonstrator, you can do so under me and become a Magic Mayhem. So I'm just going to use my pencil just to draw along the top and the bottom and just the sides, just so I know where my sentiment is going to sit. Yeah, it's pretty perfect. Just making sure that it was in the right area. So I'm going to grab my embossing buddy, and I'm just going to run over the lower part of the card to ensure there's no static. And then I'm going to bring in my Versamark ink pad and that little splurry of flowers. Flurry, splurry. It's flurry. Just making up words. And I'm just going to stamp this down in either corner of where our sentiment's going to sit. Like so. So because we've done all of the markings already, I know full well where the flowers are going to sit in relation to the sentiment. So I'm just going to bring in my white embossing powder and sprinkle that over the flowers, like so. Move that to one side, and then I'm just going to heat set that with our heat tool, so please excuse the noise. And there you go. So I always get asked over on Instagram in particular why I heat emboss from the back, and the reason I do is you get such a smoother finish to your heat embossing, and if you were to overheat it for whatever reason, it can go quite yellow, and just heating it from the back just allows you that little extra time before it goes yellow. So there's that. I'm going to open up the card base, and I'm going to bring in two stamping blends. So I'm using dark rich raspberry and dark old olive, and I'm just going to quickly colour in these flowers. So just move them round. So I'm using the ball tip because it's easier to get into these small notches without going over the Whisper White or the white embossing powder. And I'm trying not to get my head in the way. So I am just using the blend as one solid colour, just out of preference and for the sake of time. Completely just gone over that line, but it's fine. I'll show you a little trick. Okay, so there's that flower coloured in. Quickly do this one. Obviously you guys can spend a lot longer making it perfect. Rather than doing a shoddy job like me. But if for whatever reason you do get all over the lines, this is when you need to bring in your colour lifter. Okay, this is a fabulous tool, and all you need to do is where it is white heat embossed, quickly run over it and it will pick up the blend colour and remove it from that area, like so. And the best bit about this is the fact you don't necessarily take away any of the other colour unless you are pressing down too hard and picking it up. So as you can see here, I kind of pressed a little bit too hard and picked it up, so I'm just going to go back in like so, just top up them areas. So, and then again with this one, let's try the ball end, see if that works any better. So I have running that over the white, just to almost bring it back to life. Okay, and then you can just go back in with the old olive, colouring the leaves. Now I love the stamping blends on crumb cake ink, on cardstock, because they are just so vibrant. Like if I zoom in, you can see how vibrant they've become. You can kind of see where I've still missed some areas, but once this video is over, I'll go back in and finish that off. So definitely take your time with that. There's no rush whatsoever. I'm going to bring in my Whisper White craft ink. And I'm just going to close that up. And now I need to remember where I added some more. So in that stamp set, you do get these little leaves here, which coordinate with that stamp. And all I'm going to do is grab the 3 here and ink them three up and just dot them down. Here, there and everywhere, just to add some interest to the card. Like so. And now this is where, if you like to get messy, you're going to have fun. So I'm just going to close this up. And with the craft ink pad, what I've done is I've added a teeny tiny bit of the re-inker into the bottom. And then I'm just going to grab my aqua painter, locked up and ready with lots of water. And I'm just going to mix that up, like so. Okay. And then taking the lid, you've seen me do this plenty of times before. I'm just going to add some splatters, like so. Now, of course, your fingers are going to get messy. It happens, but I wouldn't stress. So that is that done. You want to be careful. I'm not going to bring in the other card because it's wet here. There you go. You want to be careful because the craft ink is still going to be wet. So bringing in your sentiment and some Stampin' Dimensionals, which you're just going to want 2 of. Pop that on the back. Takes the max off. Like so. And you can just line up your sentiment in line with the box that you created earlier. So I finished mine off quite simply with some rhinestones. And if I can find my tool, I can't find it, so using fingers, I'm just going to use my scissors, position this into place, like so. So I'm going to do 2 big ones either side, here and here, accompanied by a little one just to one side, then again, here, and then just here, there and everywhere, pop down a couple more, like so, and I'm going to leave that as it is. Can't do too much. So there you have today's card. I hope you enjoyed today's card. While you're here, why not pop into the description bar below where a full list of the items used are available, as well as links to my online shop where you can purchase them for yourself. While you're down there, like, comment and subscribe to my channel, as well as share to your social media so everybody can see how super quick and easy it is to make such a fun and pretty card. I'll see you around. Bye.